All right, and welcome back, everybody, for another episode of WindRiders of Aria. I am Will, or the Halfling Wizard. Sorry, you're probably going to hear my fan in the background. I apologize. There we go. It's hot in Texas, so yeah. So anyway, I am Will again, our Halfling Wizard, the Chaos Facilitator for this awesome group. We're going to go around, let everybody kind of introduce themselves, tell us who they are, who they're playing, and tell us. We're going to have each of you tell us what your character was up to at the end of last session, and what they if they achieved anything or not. You know, some of you did, some of you didn't, some of you were there, some of you weren't, and that's okay. so, we're going to start with the folks who were there. We're going to start with Slayer.
Hi, everybody. I am Old Worm Slayer, and I'll be playing Gath Freddy tonight. And last time, I was me and uh, Katarina were trying to inform people the fact that we were alive. Oh yeah, and MC Henry too. And we got a reply relatively quick saying we're dead on arrival. What that really means, yet to be seen.
That is
But
fair
we're alive.
for now.
Unfortunately for a specific woman.
Fair. All right, let's go over to my. I guess it'd be my. Well, technically it's my right, but we'll go to. Let's go Lisa. Let's go ahead and go to Lisa.
Hello, I'm Lisa. I play Katarina. Um, Last time we did get a message back to Fossa and got a response saying dead on arrival. Dead on arrival, cannot help you, do not contact. I interpreted that to mean they understand that we are supposedly dead and they can't intervene right now, continue the mission. That's how I interpreted it. We met up with Thalia, who I was delighted to see because she saved my life. So, automatic trust there. And I believe we were heading off to try and procure transport away from this place to hopefully go rescue the captain, if he even needs rescuing.
Uh,
Don't know.
That's true. You don't know. You don't know. All right, let's go up to Mr. MC Henry.
Hey, MC Henry here, coming live at you with the beats, bringing Entourage, aka Douglas Lamora. Okay, so there was a lot going on, some of which my character wasn't aware of, but I was aware of, and but Douglas Lamora got a tattoo that he hopes will help him bring his magic faster or more efficiently, and has yet to be tested. He's looking forward to finding that out. He thinks as we're looking for transport and not knowing necessarily what we're looking into, he's wondering if stowing the artifact here, since he hasn't been able to figure it out, might be a wise move. And he's probably going to ask that of the crew before we jettison out.
The artifact.
Yeah.
What could that thing be, I wonder? Who knows? Maybe we'll find it one day.
I've tried a few times. I'm assuming I either didn't roll it well enough or I don't know, but
Nope.
It could have also been a wild goose chase just to get rid of us.
Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? I guess only one person will have to find that out. And that would be Douglas. That is his mission to find out what the hell is this thing.
I'll say Goose Chase. I don't see Gustav.
Hey, you might. Careful what you wish for. So speaking of,
And Soap's not here either.
well, not Gustav, but the man who mentioned his name. So we're going up to Kel. Now, he was not here last time, so you don't have to tell us what your character is up to. But just sort of tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your last memory was. Because I think the last thing that you encountered was Talia coming out of the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us where your mind was at, and then we'll get you caught up.
Yeah, because for those who were here in the southeast coast, we had a heat wave and a shit ton of storms.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even hurricane because most of the storms are coming from the west. That was the bullshit part. Anyway, but again, I am Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King, playing the chief engineer of the WindRider. Also a budding psychopath. I'm pretty sure Honorak is still stealing that thunder from him with some of the actions he's done as of late.
Yeah.
Because, God, the fire spell down the dude's throat. That's still just, damn.
Remember, he's Kushkata.
Huh?
He is Kushkata.
Yep.
He is a god.
Yep. But, yeah, so the last thing that A witnessed before he blacked out for whatever reason Will came up with was Thalia coming out of the shadows as he was trying to locate Honorak, finding him finally in a tattoo parlor for whatever reason, because he didn't really get why he was there. Like, why Honorak was there, I mean. And when Thalia stepped out of the shadows, he was just like, oh, fuck me sideways.
That is a very fair reaction.
Because even though, yeah, she helped us get away from, God, I forgot the name of the port. It was a bitch and a half for what we had to do to get out of there still.
That is true. I mean, that is true. I mean, she helped the best that she could. But, you know, hey. Cool. Yeah, so then a couple of things real quick. Yes, we are still raising money for our charity that we are going to continue raising money for until we reach our $500 goal, which is the Freedom Service Dogs of America. I think we're at 375 out of 500 currently. So we're going to keep raising money for them until we hit our $500 mark. So if you feel like you would like to donate, please do. They're a great organization for a great cause. They pair up veterans who suffer from various mental and physical ailments with service dogs, and they're pretty amazing. So if you can, please do. And of course, we have a merch store. I've got the correct one tonight. The Blag Tide Syndicate mug. Yay!
Dang, put Jurassic
We have
Park.
another one. Yay! There's 3 of us anyway. Yeah, Blag Tide Syndicate. This is a 15-ounce mug. Do you have the 15-ounce mug as well, Henry? You have the 15, right?
Oh yeah, my coffee goes big, or it.
Oh yeah, it's great. So yeah, they're great. They have the HWP logo on the spine there, but yeah, it's a pretty cool mug actually. And these 15-ounce mugs are amazing. I just ordered another one. I ordered our veteran one. It's going to be coming in the next week. There's another one there's 2 I need to get. There's another one I need to get as well. But yeah, so check out our merch. These are great. Love this little guy on there, the Blag Tide.
As well as got some amazing quality stuff.
Yeah, they really do. I love their stuff.
I need to order more samples so I can have some more in the house, because right now all I got is my t-shirt and a mug.
Yeah, I literally just.
Well, you've always had a mug.
That's fair. I've got a lot of mugs in my house. But yeah, I love the veteran one. Like I said, I just ordered it. But yeah, check out our merch store. It's pretty cool. This is the last day of June, so check out our Pride collection. We have a lot of cool Pride merch as well. We're going to keep that collection going all the time, but it's Pride Month. Celebrate yourself. All right, so let's jump in, shall we? When last time we were here, yes, Katerina and the team finally got a message through to the Thothian government, who basically told them, "You're dead to us. Don't call us again." Click. I mean, it was literally that. So, however they choose to interpret that, I'm leaving that to them. We also did re-encounter Talia, who was the commandant of the pirates outpost.
Which I believe was the Obsidian outpost.
Yeah, it was the Obsidian outpost. Who, certain members of the crew may have blown things up. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, she was run out by
That was me.
the Iron Hands, who took over, and she kind of went into hiding, or at least everyone thought maybe she had died, but apparently not, because as Antarak was trying to get his tattoo, she showed up and was talking to him and A at the time, and A, we just pretended that you were standing there. I didn't play you or anything, but I didn't ignore that you weren't there. So I kind of let Antarak or Douglas lead the way on that one, which was quite fun to watch, considering he doesn't really know Talia, but it was great. But he kind of wants to get to know her. So
wait, does that mean we're gonna have a love triangle between Soot, Douglas, and Talia?
All right.
I don't know about that.
Not in that way.
But Talia said she had some information, and that she would find you all again at some point. Then he got his tattoo, which was really rad and cool. The old lady that did it spruced up his idea a little bit with some actual ancient language on his arm that he had to learn, and taught him how to
I have a new nickname for Antarak. Dave Mustang.
Oh,
new nickname for Antarak. Dave Mustang.
Dave Mustang. Okay, there you go. Dave Mustang. Kushkata. But yeah, you guys tattoo.
If you're familiar with Full Metal Alchemist, you know where I'm going.
Oh, I knew where you were going. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Antarak, you were going to put in a good word for the three that were in the
Yes.
In the lobby.
Yeah, I was going to talk to the captain of the. Can't remember the name.
The Nautilus.
The Nautilus.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, these guys were rate numero uno sail people.
Okay, cool. But you guys were heading back. You all encountered each other. Talia encountered all of you. You all went. Talia's like, "Oh yeah, you want to get a message through? Here, come with me." She went and talked to the lady. Apparently, she has a relationship with this woman, and got her to send a message. Message came through, and then she told you all that that Sylvania has a twin sister, whose name was, oh God, what was her name now? Oh no, Lavinia, I think.
That is correct.
Yeah, Lavinia. I don't know why I didn't write that down. How weird. She has a twin sister, identical twin sister named Lavinia, and we learned a little bit about her. My pen doesn't want to write. And I'm not, and I'm gonna keep. I want to keep Captain Keddick's story going too. So while they were doing all that, Captain Keddick was having an experience with Sylvania, who basically was showing him who she was, basically in a sense, and the idea of this sharing this sort of ecstasy feeling of going right to the brink of death and kind of experiencing that. And she gave him well, not an ultimatum. She gave him a choice. He took the choice to go with the experience, at which point she slit his throat and drank his blood. And that's kind of where we stopped on that one. Yep. Oh yeah, it was something. And then so and Talia told you guys that the ship that y'all were on was sabotaged by Talia's people. They destroyed the merchant ship that the captain you were all on, and they took the captain to the Blag Tide Syndicate. And no one knows where the Blag Tide Syndicate really is, but Talia says she knows someone who probably does, and that she would take you to see
Oh,
this.
and I believe Talia also told us that we might not have been dealing with Sylvania, but her twin
But her
sister instead.
Correct. That's right. That it's very possible that Sylvania is not who she says she is, but her twin sister instead. So Talia's like, yeah, we need to find a ship. So before we do that, is there anything anybody wants to do? Like, A, do you wanna insert yourself into the narrative while you're all standing there with Talia?
I do. I was trying to think of how.
That's okay. That's fair. I think she said that she would. She left, right? She left to go. Did she leave? I want to say she left and said she'd be back in like an hour or something like that. I don't remember it specifically.
2 hours.
Few hours. Okay. So she told y'all all that information. She said, "I'm going to go and try to procure us a ship. I'll be back in a few hours."
Okay.
We should talk to the captain and inform him what we know, because that's useful information for him.
So y'all can decide what you want to do. While you have a couple of hours until Talia gets what y'all need, basically. So what do y'all want to do? I mean, this is a chance for A to kind of get caught up if he wants to with whatever.
So, guys, I can't really figure out what this thing does. I'm thinking about leaving it with the captain of the Nautilus as a safeguard, just in case things go south. What do you guys think?
No, I mean, I would keep it because the fact that she wanted us to find it and then knew she was going to destroy the ship when we had achieved our goal and we're heading back, maybe she wanted it destroyed too. Maybe it's something that would be useful against them.
Like leverage?
Or something just to make it easier to take us out. A distraction.
She could have sent us anywhere, but she had to specifically find it. I don't know that I would. I mean, my vote, keep it.
Here, real
I'm
quick,
with you on that one.
I'll say just real quick,
Katarina.
All right, out of character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this like a mechanical device or like what's the item again?
This is the thing we went to find from the map. It's like I think it's like a jewel or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know the island we went to where right before we got betrayed with our ship blown up?
yeah, it was where y'all, when y'all
Okay,
encountered
so
the
that
model.
was a different item. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for those of you for clarity, it is a jewel that's inset into 3 rings.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so my character's been trying to figure out what it does, and has not, as of yet, been able to figure that out.
Yeah, well, Ace is going to chime and go like, well, since we almost died over that thing, I say we probably keep it for a bit as well.
Okay. And what was Gas going to say?
I was agreeing on keeping it.
Oh, okay.
However, we should at least inform the Nautilus captain of the discovery of Sylvania having a twin sister.
Okay. Okay. So, what does everybody want to do specifically? Like, is there anything you guys want to do in the next couple of hours? Like, Douglas, do you want to go and try to put in a good word?
I would definitely do that for Core and Finn and Grumpus. Put in a good word with the captain of the Nautilus. I think he's gonna try and make in secret in this hour or so that he has. I think he's gonna try and make a counterfeit artifact.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to need to find a place that will make a counterfeit version of it.
Yeah. I think that's his first thing he wants to do is talk to the captain about these three heroes.
Okay.
And if there's extra time, he's going to try and create this counterfeit.
Okay. All right, so that's what you're going to do. What about the rest of you? What's Katarina and A and Gath? What are you guys up to? Or what do you want to do? I think Gath, you wanted to go tell the captain about.
Yeah, so I could go with Sylvania, the twin.
Okay. So you and Douglas can go to do that. What is Katarina doing?
She's gonna do her medication thing that she hasn't had a chance to do yet. You know? And actually, I think no matter where we go, we need to change our appearance. So I think she's gonna go look for some new threads.
Okay.
Because we can't look like we look now.
Well, we're just wearing random stuff that was given to us by the captain of the Nautilus.
Right. Correct. You're basically wearing like scrubs, basically. They're not scrubs, but they're basically scrubs.
But we still need to look like pirates, I'm assuming.
Perhaps. Or like, Talia.
Yeah.
So
something other than and somebody that, and not like somebody that just recently got out of the hospital.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, you don't want to look like that. No. Okay.
Yeah. So cool. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna treat her wings and go get some new clothes.
Okay. What about A?
I was like, yeah, A is definitely going to search for some new threads and then probably just find a place to crash out for a little bit as everyone's doing their thing. Just because this ship not really of interest to him, so he's not feeling like fiddling with the engine.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to say that Douglas and Gas go to the Nautilus. Katarina and A, you guys go into the clothing district. For now. Cool. All right. So let's start with our folks going to the Nautilus. So you guys get to the marina or the docks, the docking areas. And the Nautilus is still there. It's it looks like it is finishing its load in. It's still loading on supplies and things of that nature, but it looks like it's getting close to being done. So when you get there, the gangplank's still there, so you can still ask permission to come aboard and all that jazz. So when you get there, you'll see there is a sailor standing at the end of the gangplank. Can I help you?
Yes, I would love to just have a quick word with, and I know I wrote his name down a couple times, but the captain, he brought us here, and I just wanted to thank him formally before we left on our new journey.
I also want to talk to him because we just learned some information that you'd be interested in.
Okay. And who may I say is wanting to speak to the captain? Captain Strongholder?
I would say, I think I just told him the military name, so that would have been Antrak. Yeah.
Okay. All right. As he's sort of like, okay, let me wait here. You hear a familiar voice that says, Douglas! As you turn around, you see Thane, who was the sailor who sent you to the tattoo parlor.
Okay.
Hey! How'd it go?
Yeah, he'll roll up his sleeve and show him the tattoo.
He'll look at it. He'll take your arm and he'll like turn it and twist it to look at it. He's like, man, told you she does amazing work. That is like gorgeous. And as you turn, and now you see it, it's actually healed very quickly. It's still sore, but the pattern has sort of settled into your skin. And when he turns your arm to look at it, it almost has like an opalescence to it.
That's pretty hot. I like that.
Yeah, and he's like, "Wow, that's amazingly beautiful, man. What are you doing here?"
We were just we had news for the captain of the Nautilus. Each of us individually had different news, so we went together.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Well, come on board. And he like walks up to the sailor at the thing. He's like, I got them, Ensign. You can let them by. Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. He steps aside. He's like, come on, guys. And up the gangplank he goes. And once you guys get to the top, he'll go. If you go straight that way, he'll point to the left.
As we're going forward, I'll make sure to tell our little associate that we should make sure the ensign doesn't know to mention that we're still alive.
He probably doesn't even know who you are, but I'll tell him. I'll make sure. So he'll go, yeah, if you go down this way, he'll point to his left. You'll find the entrance to the bridge where the captain will probably be. He's like, all right, I'll see you around, Douglas. And he turns and goes the opposite direction and disappears down a sort of stairwell. So, all right, so you guys can head on to the bridge if you'd like. If you do that, when you get to the bridge or the entrance to the bridge, which you go to this little bitty door and it opens up into this gigantic sort of open, we've been here before, this sort of open ground plan of the bridge. And you see the captain in his place, sort of standing there, sort of watching, every once in a while barking an order. People coming to him, reporting to him. So, yeah. How does one approach the captain?
I would let old Wormslayer go first, unless they don't want to, because their news is more important than mine.
Okay.
What was the captain's name again? Well,
His name, it's Nehemiah Stormholder.
I'll
Then-
I'll approach. Say, excuse me, Captain.
yes. Redbeard, correct?
Yes.
Yes. What can I do for you?
We have recently learned from a reliable source that Sylvania has a identical twin sister.
And he'll pause what he's doing, turn and look at you, and he'll say, "And where did you get this information from?"
If I'm not mistaken, Thalia, out of character, Thalia actually met the twin sister, right?
Yeah, she has seen the twin sister. Yeah, she's seen them together.
From a friend that actually has met the twins.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that is good information.
That is also an enemy of theirs, in a manner of speaking.
Very good. Okay. Well, I thank you for that information. We did not know that, and I will pass that on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anything else I can do for you, Redbeard?
If you can, I'm pretty sure you probably already tried contacting our higher ups.
I did attempt to contact, and I was told that basically you don't exist.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, yeah, that's basically kind of what we got.
Okay.
Because
Obviously,
Katarina,
you do it, but whatever, for whatever reason they wish to cover you up, it's okay. Your secret is safe with me.
Yes. However, I would appreciate it if you could get word of this twin to our superiors, because they would need to know this.
I can pass it on.
And they have our captain.
I will pass that on as well if you'd like.
Because I haven't heard anything about him being officially dead.
No, neither have I. I mean, other than what they've told me.
All right. Well, I would appreciate it. And Douglas wanted to talk to you about something as well.
Oh, very well. Yes, Mr. Douglas.
Out of character, way above board. If you had something that you thought as a character was the right thing to do, but as a player, you're looking at it like, maybe I shouldn't do that. But in the character's eyes, this is the thing that I want to do anyways. Is there a role to see how that plays out in that dynamic, or is that just how?
I mean, what I would tell any player is you do what you think your character would do.
Okay.
I mean, your character will do something that is absolutely asinine, then do it. Or if you
Okay.
think, don't. Yeah, just you do your thing, man. You do your thing.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Then okay. Then I think on track 100% would come up and greet Captain Strongholder, thank him fervently, shaking his hand, like two hands on his one hand, for all of his hospitality, for bringing them here, saving our lives, protecting us. Like, there's so many things that Antrak wants to express thanks for. And, he also met some very eager members of your society that I don't know if they're qualified. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I met them at the tattoo parlor, and I convinced them their ship had a theme song, but they seemed like good lads, or lads and ladies, and non-binary people. uh, and he'll mention them by name. Finn and Core and Grumpus were just salt of the ocean. Couldn't find better crewmates than those. Should look into them.
And he'll turn to his left and he'll call for his lieutenant, who is a sort of tall, demure sort of woman who walks over and he says, "Lieutenant, take these names down and look into them immediately." And he'll give them the names that you gave him, and he'll write them down. And she's like, "Aye, aye, Captain." And off she goes. She's like, "We will give them consideration. They come with such high praise. I will consider them."
Perfect. And with that, I will leave you, and that's all I really wanted to do. But the artifact is 100% in his palm on a little drawstring pouch.
That's funny. I love the fact that this is in a little pouch, just there. That's funny. He'll go, "Okay, well, Mr. Douglas and Mr. Redbeard, I wish you well in your endeavors. Should you need any help or any assistance, and we're available, you know how to reach us. But I would go ahead."
Quick question. Was Antrak trying to be discreet about that, or would have Death have seen
100%.
that?
No, he was trying to be discreet. I don't know how discreet he would have been, but he was trying to play this off as just a big thank you.
Okay. So did you pass the artifact off to the captain?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure we were
Yeah.
going the same way. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. He'll be like, "Oh, okay." He'll nonchalantly he'll just slip it into his jacket pocket.
So if you want me to roll guile or something like
You
that,
can certainly you could if you were trying to be sneaky, then yes, you can roll guile. And
perfect. Okay.
Redbeard, if you want to see if you saw it, you can roll intelligence.
Let's see. Beat me by 1.
So yeah, so Gath, you didn't see what he passed off, but what you did see is like an awkward handshake, but nothing that was necessarily suspicious. You didn't see him pass the artifact off though. It just looked like Douglas being awkward.
Douglas being Douglas.
Yeah, basically. Have you ever seen? This is just so random. Henry? Have you seen the Croods?
The what? The
The
Crudes?
Croods, the animated movie. The
Yes,
Croods.
yes.
You know they have the little dog creature. Its name is Douglas.
Oh, is
That-
it?
It just came to my brain. I was like, oh my god! And it's so this character, which is so funny. Looks like, hey,
Douglas,
dude.
for whatever it's worth, is taken from Douglas Adams. But
I love that. I love that too. But I just was like, oh my god, that's so funny. It just popped in my head. I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, you pass the artifact off. He slips it in his pocket, and he says, "Well, both of you may want to find your feet on the opposite side of the gangplank as we are about to leave."
All right, sir. You have safe travels.
Indeed, you as well. And he'll indicate for his lieutenant to escort you guys to the gangplank. Just to make sure you get there, okay? She'll take you, or he'll take you. One of his other lieutenants will take you to the gangplank, and they'll blow the whistles, and you'll see all the sailors coming up onto the ship. You guys hit the docks. The gangplank pulls in, and the Nautilus begins its move away, and under the waves it goes as they head off to hunt more pirates. Okay, so while all that's going on, let's go to the clothing district. So, Katarina and A, you guys have wandered into the garment district. There are tons and tons of shops. There are a number of shops that are, dare I say, pirate specific, but not really pirate specific, but that sort of look.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what are you looking for specifically?
Well, as much as I love the black leather, I can't really gotta get away from that. You know?
Okay.
Of course, I'll have to have it modified for the wings.
Mm-hmm. So what color scheme are you going with now?
Probably dark pants, boots, light blue tunic. Yeah.
Are you trying to look discreet, or are you trying to look like you stand out?
No, I'm trying to blend in with the crowd.
Okay, that's cool. So yeah, they'll hook you up. They'll get you. They'll pull several samples, several things for you to sort of try on, get a look that you like. Several coats, several pairs of pants, several pairs of boots, belts, sashes, hats. I mean, they're going to pull it all out for you.
Okay.
A, I'm assuming, are you in the same shop?
Yeah, and A is not really looking for anything in particular because he already dressed kind of rapscallion-y anyway, outside of the military uniform.
You don't have your clothes, though.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is I'm saying that A is going to be looking for, like, he's not going to be looking for any, like, specific type of outfit. He's going to find what would normally fit what he wears. It's not like he's, like, looking for a disguise.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Because what he would normally wear outside a uniform is what he would probably wear as a pirate, too.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they've got plenty of things that A would normally wear. I mean,
Yeah. And the only thing is, again, he'd probably get the same modifications for wings. So that way, like right now where he does have the wing mutation, he can do that, but that way he doesn't have to worry about that later as well.
Right. Okay. Cool. So you guys will get yourselves.
Yeah,
fitted.
and I need to dye my hair. I can't have it black anymore.
Is it your spa day?
Huh?
Are you having a spa day?
Apparently.
That's hilarious.
So we're gonna be a redhead now.
Okay. Ooh, red. Very nice.
Hmm.
Okay.
Very discreet, isn't it?
We go from Red Beard to the Red Queen.
Oh, there you go. So you'll find a sort of hair salon, if that's what they call them, where they can change your hair color for sure.
Okay.
Um, and you'll find everything that you need. So you're wanting to find a place to crash.
Yeah, after they get close, he's probably just trying to find a place where he can just lay down and sleep for a bit.
Yeah, you'll be able to find. They actually have sleeping pods here.
Okay.
In that sort of like central area where you guys met up, they have them there around sort of that area. You can literally just throw in a coin and you can sleep for a couple of hours.
Okay. Yeah, no, he'll definitely do that.
Okay. Cool.
Because seeing Thalia again was definitely a headache and he needs some sleep.
That's fair. That's totally fair. All right. So you guys have kind of gone and done your things. You guys went to the Nautilus, told them what you need to tell them. So Gath and Doug or Entourage, where do you guys go after you leave the Nautilus?
Gath will recommend we also get some new threads.
Okay. Yeah. Entourage, do you or Douglas, do you want to do that as well? Do you want to get new clothes?
I think he's going to agree outwardly and head out to a different shop than Gath heads out to initially. Okay. He is going to try and create that fake artifact.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. So you'll go to a different clothing place. There are plenty. If you're down in the sort of if you go to the garment district, you're not going to find any of the sort of crafting places. You're going to have to go to the craft district, which is across town, basically. So if you guys, you guys can find clothing that you like, change out, buy yourself something nice. And we can say you've already gotten your clothes. Now you've gone over to the crafting district. As you enter the crafting district, you're going to find everything. People that can do everything. So, in your case, you're probably going to need to look for a jeweler.
Yep.
Or someone who deals in like either semi or just stonework, sort of like glassy stones or glasswork or whatever. But probably a jeweler for sure.
So my character, me, thinks I don't have a whole lot of time. It just needs to be something I can hide under, like a cover, reveal, and then throw down under. I think Entourage is feeling a little risky and thinking something made out of cardboard with an accurate description might just fool everybody well enough till we get to the conflict, and then my goose will probably be cooked at that point. But he's thinking low amount of time, high output. So he's looking for that chalk artist or that whiz kid of graffiti who can create cool works
Or
quick.
could also go to a glass worker.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
true.
I kind of think that would take a lot of time
Okay.
personally.
Okay, that's fair. So you're gonna find all sorts of crafters here. I mean, you're gonna find somebody who can do what you want them to do.
As sad as sad as like I do not espouse this as a person, but Antrak is looking for the person who can just like make it look kind of okay, really, 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 really fast.
Okay. Yeah, you can find those people.
Okay.
I mean, they're there. I mean, like I said, you'll come across them easily. You'll find, if one of the probably the place that you're gonna find them the most is the folks that are just on the street, as opposed to like the people that have like a shop. Sort of the back alley artists, the ones who just sort of create in the street, and they create art quickly, and so they can sell it fast. And it's usually custom type stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, so you go down an alley, you meet a guy. So what do you tell him specifically that you need him to do?
And yeah, he'll describe exactly what this thing looked like. And he'll just kind of lay out the 3 rings of cardboard or whatever to set it into. But yeah, he'll just I mean, he's got a very good memory, so he would describe it as very in detail as he could.
Okay. So he goes, okay, he's looking at it, he's like, he goes, yeah, give me a minute. And he turns around and he's got all these bins behind him and he just starts rattling around back there. And he pulls these things out that they're they kind of look like those like ring frisbees, sort of like the rings. He pulls out something that looks like those and kind of lays them on the counter and he's like digging around. He goes, "What color was the stone?"
Yeah, it was one of them was yellow,
Okay.
and one of them was orange, and the other was like a amber or burnt, some kind of burnt orange or amber.
Okay. And he kind of digs around a little bit more and then he kind of throws everything on the counter there and he's like, okay. And he's working quick. I mean, his hands are just going. He's got like solder and fire and all kinds of stuff right there in his little kit area. He's got his gloves on. He put the hood down. He's like, "Oh yeah, look away," and he's just like welding, and it's just like sparks flying everywhere. And about 20 minutes later, you hear this as he douses it in water, pulls it up, gets a wire brush, and he scrubs on it a little bit, rinses it off, wipes it down with a cloth, gets it nice and sort of not shiny, but he gets it to look aged, basically. And then he turns and he puts it on the counter. He's like, "Something like that?" And it looks identical. I mean, almost identical to the artifact.
If Antrak has any ability to tip at all, it will be a 100% tip.
Yeah.
So
he goes, "Oh, thanks, man." He's like, "If you need anything else, here's my card," and he gives you his card. He's like, "Let me know." And he puts it in a bag of almost like a velvet type bag, and he hands it to you. Cool. All right. So now you've got your forgery.
Guys, I can't figure out how this magic works.
Little did we know, this was the artist that created the previous one.
Maybe.
Okay, so you head back to meet up with everybody.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So everyone, we're going to say everyone kind of meets back at that sort of central area in town. So once you guys meet back in town, all of you are there, but you don't know where A is at this point. A, you're in your.
I was in the sleep pod.
Yeah, you're in the sleep pod, so you're nice and you're out. Spend a couple of hours. It's just sort of like it's like one of those sensory pods where you don't hear the sound, and it's really nice. And then you're there, and you're just sort of off into Lala dreamland, and then you hear this clang, 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 clang.
By the way, Will, I went with this look that where I could just blend in.
Okay, cool, awesome.
So when you say I was hearing the clang, 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 was that like an actual like internal speaker thing saying, "Hey, it's time to wake up," or was it someone actually knocking?
Someone's actually knocking on your pod.
Okay. So I'm gonna, obviously wake up because in a pod like that, if someone's banging on the thing, that's gonna like resonate inside the pod. I'm like, oh, and as I go to open the pod, whatever, it's a button, I push it open, pull it, whatever. I'll be like, oh, someone better have a damn good reason as I open my eyes to see who was banging.
And you hear this voice that just says, "Hey there, sleepyhead." As you see Talia looking down at
Out of curiosity, how do these pods open and or close, by the way?
They slide up, and they kind of...
Okay. Oh, so kind of like a, oh my God, kind of a DeLorean door almost?
Yeah, sort of like, it just sort of opens upward.
All right, I'm just going to, if I'm able to reach up, I'm just going to like slowly pull it close again.
Okay. And she'll put her hand under and kind of catch the edge. She's like, no, time to get up. We have things to do.
Why did it have to be you?
Oh, you missed me.
Not really, though. I forgot to ask. What happened to our friend that... Oh, wait, no, I forgot. He didn't leave with... He didn't stay there with Talia. Never mind. Recant that statement.
That's okay.
I was thinking that Soot left and stayed with Talia, but no, he left after we left the island.
Yeah, he left after the island.
Yep. Brain fart. I was going like... again, why did it have to be you?
Well, it could have been someone far worse than me. Just saying.
That's not much of a margin in my book.
That's fair. But anyway, it's time to get up. We got things to do. Come on.
And what would that be? As I'm still in the pod.
Yeah, and she lifts the door all the way up. She's like, "We got to go save your captain. Apparently, he's gotten himself into a scrap." So,
yeah, I forgot he did do that.
Yep. So,
all right, well, I guess we do have to save him. I mean, put a lot of effort into his foot as he gets out of the pod.
Okay. And of course, everybody else is there already.
Yeah.
And she'll say, "I got us a ship. Let's go. If you're ready, let's go."
Yep.
Okay. And she will lead you guys down into the marina area. Well down into the lower quarter of it, where the smaller ships are located. And she'll just come up and be like, "Here we are, all aboard." And she sort of climbs up on board of this very, very small, sort of primitive vessel. By no means does it look like it's going to be a comfortable trip. And she says, "All right, everybody, come on, let's go.
I'll go. I'll jump on.
We got to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
meet a folk."
Yeah, A goes on after Katarina.
What about Gath and Entourage or Douglas?
Here we go. All aboard.
I forget I was muted. Gas will go on it and immediately start doing a quality check because he is paranoid after the last ship we were given.
That's fair. Yeah, you can do quality check. You're not gonna find any no issues. I'm assuming A goes and checks the engines. Anyway, if you guys inspect the ship, you're gonna see that it's just old.
Yeah.
Everything
And Gas will turn to Tyler. No offense, I'm a little paranoid after that Sylvania bitch.
That's fair. He's like, I don't blame you. He's like, go ahead, check all the systems if you'd like. Once you all check the systems and see that everything is clear, she'll say, "All right, everybody, let's get below. We have a long journey ahead of us." And she heads down.
Is there crew on this ship besides us?
Nope, it's just us.
All right, I guess I'm going to the bridge then, wherever the bridge may be.
Literally right there. She literally walks through the door, and there it is.
There you go.
The engine room is literally 2 doors away. It's small. The sleeping quarters is literally it's down below in hammocks. There is no galley. Just this is it.
This is basically an equivalent of the type of boat that people would privately own that's
Or closer to a
not
life.
like super fancy.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not fancy at all. And she'll tell you that she's like, I got the most rundown piece of crap I could find because if we were to roll up into anywhere the Blag Tide Syndicate is at, in anything that looks advanced, they would immediately suspect us. So here we are. And then she kind of goes, she's on the bridge at the thing, and she radios the Marina Harbor Master that the Orphidian Harbor Master that they are ready to go and request permission to depart. They give permission, and she just starts barking the orders. All right, let's go. Let's dive. Pull away. Clear all moorings and prepare to dive. She'll look at everybody and she'll
Dive.
Do any of you know how to sail? I'm assuming you all know how to sail one of these.
I know. I do. Kind of.
Gas will volunteer to help.
All right.
I read the manual. I should be good.
Somebody take she'll look at Katarina and go take the pilot seat. She'll look at Gath and say, take the navigator's position. She'll look at Entourage, Douglas, and say, take communications.
Smart
And
choice.
Of course, she'll send A down to 2 doors down to the engine room. And she'll say, all right, clear all moorings. And that would be the pilot. So she'll say,
Okay.
are you guys going to go by your names? Katarina, Gath, Entourage?
Yeah.
For right now, because I haven't thought of a new one.
Okay. All right. So she'll say, Katarina, clear all moorings, prepare to dive.
Got it.
She'll say, Entourage, let the harbor master know that moorings are clear and we are moving into shipping lane.
All clear. In for shipping lanes. All forward. On my mark. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Just look at you and smile, and then she'll go, okay. She'll call down to the engine room or over to the engine room and tell A to bring engines to 1/4. And Katarina, take us into shipping lanes.
Got it.
And then as we get into shipping lanes, she'll say, all hands prepare to dive. Then she'll say, Katerina, take us down.
Down we go.
Okay. The ship will slowly.
Gas will sarcastically hit the deck as dive.
Yes, not that type of dive, gas. You're going underwater. So the ship will slowly
I
go
know. I'm being silly.
Oh, I know. She was being silly too. So under the waves you go into the shipping lanes. You see through the central window in the front. You will see the sort of entry exit from the dome. Um, Once you guys get past the dome, she'll tell Gas. She'll give you coordinates to set our heading on. These are and she'll tell you all. These are the last known coordinates that she knows um, for her informant, basically. So we'll go there.
Okay. Yeah. Out of curiosity, well, while Geth was like inspecting the ship, did any of the technology for it look familiar?
I mean, it
Like,
all looks
say,
familiar.
from his homeland?
No, this ship looks more like it's been pieced together by miscellaneous stuff, more so than a true design. So no, not really. I mean, you would recognize a lot of it, but not necessarily. I mean, you wouldn't see anything specifically from your home, but you'd see designs that are familiar though.
Uh, so it looks like something that Aiden Soot would throw together in an emergency.
Yeah, basically. Okay. So down you guys go. You put in the heading. Tells Katerina to take us about and head straight out to sea. And then you guys will sail under the water. Eventually, she'll probably a couple of hours into this trip, she'll tell you to take us to the surface so we can get bearings to compare where we are in like real life to the maps, because there should be certain sort of landmarks that we're following. So plus that also kind of helps you guys sort of get rid of all the stale air. So you guys will break the surface, and she'll call to A in the engine room and have him open all the ship's vents to pull in fresh air.
Yeah, I will.
And then and while they're up there, she'll be looking. She'll go to she'll pull out her glass and kind of look at the map, and you're like, okay, this is good. All right, so she'll look at Gath and go, okay, here's our new heading. She'll give you another set of coordinates to put in. Then she'll look at Katerina and say, adjust your heading to mark 443. Calls to the engine room and says, give me full engines. And we'll stay on surface for a little while. Let the place air out a little bit. So on you go, shooting through the water. You see the water sort of rolling over the front of the ship, and it moves pretty fast for an old clunker. The engines are actually kind of probably the most impressive thing about the ship. It seems that they've been outfitted for speed running. So I'm going to say that he probably knows that this ship was probably used for smuggling, probably, or other nefarious activities. Because of the upgrades to the engine, and that's the only thing that's really upgraded. The rest of the ship is still like it's old. It's literally just rust everywhere. There's probably little leaks here and there, or at least you have that condensation on the inside skin of the ship, you know, where it's like, oh, any second now that little rust spot's going to spring a leak type of thing. So you guys will travel for several hours. She'll say break out rations and eat while you can. But basically you'll eat where you sit. There's no autopilot, so if you need to get up and like move around, someone will have to take the pilot seat. Same way with navigation and all that. But
All right.
What are we gonna do?
Castle's it's like, Sally, I'm going to take a look to make sure the ship's holding.
She'll call Douglas.
Are there any weaponry on this ship? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. She'll tell Douglas to take navigation while Gath goes and explores or looks or inspects. No, there's no weaponry on this ship.
Okay.
We can't approach a Blag Tide Syndicate of any outpost of any kind with any weaponry on us.
Got it.
We're going to be going in unarmed.
We're,
Go ahead.
So, Gath is going to basically look around, make sure there's no signs of like leaks that could be problematic.
Oh, you're going to find all kinds of areas that are quote unquote problematic. I mean, this ship is held together like with spit and a prayer. I mean, it truly is. I mean,
I'm talking about like we're not in immediate danger of taking out a lot of water and sinking.
Well, not at the moment, but that could change in like just by diving. The next time you dive, depending on how deep you go. I mean, it is truly a piece of crap. It really is. I mean, and Gath is very much like, wow, this is a piece of shit. It's dangerous.
Like a worse condition version of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, it could kill us all in a heartbeat. I mean, it really could. So yeah, it's really rough. I mean, it seems safe enough. But
he's gonna do what he can to do like patchwork to buy us extra time.
Okay.
If we have to dive again.
Okay, that's fine. So you can do a mechanical check to see if you can even find anything to to repair anything with.
Okay.
Six, yeah.
A 6.
You can find some things. Probably not what you want, but you can probably find some, putty or something. Some duct tape.
It's better than nothing.
There is no repair kit on board. But you can find some little this, that, and the others to kind of patch up some areas.
He's going to MacGyver this shit.
Okay, that's fair. Cool. All right. What about everybody else? Katarina?
I am sticking to my post.
Okay. What about A down in the engine room or over in the engine room? She's not down in anything.
Yeah, I was say I'm just gonna take a look at everything, make sure nothing's about to fucking blow up again. Not necessarily due to sabotage, but because of just how janky it may look.
Right. I mean, it's very like. I mean, the engines are probably the nicest things on this ship. I mean, because these, that these engines are not the original engines.
Yeah.
And truly, they are like the newest things here. And even you can tell that where they're secured to the ship, it's sketchy as hell.
All right. Well, then I'm going to look at starting to reinforce that so that way they don't rattle themselves out of their bracket.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, the welds on these are probably like amateur at best. They were done quickly. There's no, yeah. You have absolutely zero faith in these engines.
Like, well, the way you're describing it, I can just see A just stand there, just twitching the eye as he's having it, as he's having an aneurysm.
Yeah, who did this? Yeah.
I was like, can I roll to see how well I can try and patch this up?
Yeah, sure. You can do a mechanical check.
All right.
Let's see if you can find anything to fix it first.
It's a 4. Cool.
No,
not 4 on the die. Level 4 roll. I mean, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow. Oh shit.
That's an 8 overall.
Okay, an 8 works. Yeah, you're able to find like the elements that you can create and jerry rig a welding device out of. Not necessarily safely, but it'll work.
Thank God I don't have thermal vision right now.
Yeah.
I would definitely go fucking blind.
That is very. Oh, that's true. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah. So you're able to kind of piece together something that you can create a welding device out of. Like I said, it's not probably the safest thing in the world, and it could probably just blow you up. But hey, got a 50-50 chance.
Considering like when they built the fucking taser for the WindRiders core, and that didn't kill him with how much waters they put in that, I think he just going like his odds.
Okay, that's fair. That's cool. All right, so now you can roll survival for me.
Oh shit! Okay, maybe I'm not liking those odds. That's a level 2 roll. Okay, no, okay, 6.
Okay, 6 is not bad. Okay, so you're able to weld the brackets a little better than they were. And the one thing about it, as you're welding the bracket, you do realize that there's very little metal left for you to actually weld to anything because the brackets have rusted through for the most part in some areas. But you're able to secure it better than it was. Still not great.
Something's better than nothing.
But at least now the engines won't just like break loose and shoot through the ship. I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's literally you're pulling like Scotty miracles down there right now, trying to keep the engines from just killing everybody.
We're both pulling a MacGyver.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, the engines are beautiful. He's probably very much like, I love these engines, but they're going to kill us. They're going to kill us because whoever installed these engines didn't know what the hell they were doing. I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to go based on your mechanical check earlier, I'm pretty sure he notices that a lot of the wiring is irregular. and that a lot of the connectors are not secure safely. Yeah. It's like a time bomb down there. It's like, but whoever ran these engines obviously knew what they were doing because the engines are not brand new. They've been in this ship for a while. So obviously they knew what they were doing in the way they used the engine. But in A's in his book, this like, who the hell did this? And how are they still alive? Truly.
Yeah,
And I'm going to kill them if I ever see them.
I mean,
No, A will not kill them because then they won't learn their lesson. He will maim them. There's a difference.
There you go. It's like, what have we learned? Love it. All right. So as A is stabilizing the engine's physical aspects, we're moving on. A couple of hours pass. Gath has patched what he can to the best of his abilities. Eventually, Talia will say, "We'll call down to the engine room and say full stop." And go ahead.
I was like, yeah, A will try and get it to go full stop. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you can shut the engines. Yeah, the engines, they when you shut them full stop, they shut down. The ship comes to a slow halt. Talia pulls out her spyglass. She's looking around. She's like, okay, should be around here somewhere. As she looks, she'll tell Douglas to take us to these. She'll give you a set of coordinates to take us to lay in. She'll tell Katarina to take us, turn this to port, and she'll say you should see like a sort of inlet. You're at an island, but it's like these tall cliffs that have like sort of a water inlet. She'll tell you to kind of take us that route, and then she'll call over to engines and say take us to 1/4 engines and take us in. So as you sort of
Meanwhile,
go ahead.
Meanwhile, Gath will make his way to the engine room.
Okay.
And he'll go, "Hey, how reliable are these engines?"
He may have stepped away. Okay. Well, we'll wait for Kel to come back. I think he stepped off for a second. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Never mind. I spoke too soon.
No, I was still here. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. Just wanted to make sure that we weren't, talking to the air. Cool. So, how reliable are these engines?
I don't know. What do I need to roll?
Mechanical.
All right, so it's a level 4 again. Damn, no surge. Oh, that's a 4.
Oh. You can probably, and I use the word probably in this statement, keep everyone alive. You can keep the engines stable enough where they won't blow up, basically.
Yeah, I can just imagine like he's got like a wrench in one hand, pulling here to hold this nut in. He's got like his hand on the other lever to keep a vent shut, and his foot's like just barely hitting the intercom, going like, "I am holding on to this with nothing but duct tape and a prayer. Y'all better hurry the fuck up."
He's in the room with you.
Oh, my bad. That's still, either way, the statement still stands.
Yeah,
that's fine. Like, yeah, but I mean, the others didn't know.
Yeah, true. What about the structural integrity around the engines? Because I know some holes in other parts of the ship that I made do and patched up. Was what I could find.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to. I mean, you were able to patch up pretty. I mean, decently. I mean, for what you had anyway.
Yeah.
So okay.
Because Gath was assuming that the engines are probably in the same amount of disrepair as the rest of the ship.
Yep. I mean, you both can assess that this ship is obviously. There's no way this ship is gonna last against anybody. And it probably, honestly, probably won't be able to sail much longer. I mean, the engines are good, but eventually the engines are going to overpower the structure of the ship. So, and I mean, you can full on be absolutely blunt honest with that, because that's like, hey, these engines are great, but they probably will kill us eventually.
Yeah. Oh no, like the way I think A would phrase it is like, yeah, these engines are top notch, but it's like putting glitter on shit.
Yeah, fair enough. That is very fair.
Oh, so solid engine in a rust bucket. Got it.
I don't know. I think calling it a rust bucket is probably too nice.
Hence why I say glitter on shit.
Yeah, and that's how Gareth is interpreting it as, because we're both engineers in our own way.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So as Katarina is sort of piloting the ship into this cove, as you come into the cove, Talia, she'll be looking through her glass, and she'll go, there's our target. He is here. Good. So as you pull around into this cove, what you see is that.
Oh, wow.
This is, Talia says, I knew he'd still be here. Right. Pull us up alongside. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Roll mechanical.
Oh, man. I'm afraid you're going to say that.
See how nice and easy she can do it.
Let me see what my mechanical is. One? No, that's not my roll. That's
Modifier?
Yeah.
Or your level? Sorry.
Yep.
A 2.
Real quick, out of character, this is a submarine, if I recall, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Ocean. I was going to say, oh, look, it's Ocean Gate.
Nice. Nice.
I'm going to hell in every sense of the word for that one, but worth it.
Hey, whatever. No, you guys are above surface. You're on surface. You're not below. For that very reason. So as you're pulling up alongside this floating island, basically, yeah, you bump into it pretty hard, actually.
Great.
To the point where now there's a major leak in the hull of your ship. At which point, Talia's like, yeah, let's abandon ship. Why don't we? So she calls down to the engine room. We're abandoning ship. Get your ass upstairs, or get your ass up here. Because there's no stairs.
As soon as the word abandon was said, AR immediately let go of the tools he was using and just started running.
Yep. The water's coming in pretty quick. So, yeah, Talia's like, out. Come on, Douglas. She grabs Douglas by the scruff.
Gas will calmly be the last one out
Okay.
because of the five of us on the ship, he's the one that's least likely to have problems getting out
Well, that's fair.
when it's waterlogged.
Yep. So as the water is coming in, A is out. Katerina gets out. Talia has grabbed Douglas by the scruff and is carrying him out. You guys literally cross over. You see Talia with Douglas in her hands run and jump across to this other ship. And she's gonna be like, "Jump!" Everybody,
I was like, I'm going to open my wings and fly over.
that works. Okay.
Damn it. Show off.
Everyone's going to be able to get across. So everyone gets across as Gath is the last one out as he jumps across as the ship sinks to the bottom of this like lagoon, which is pretty clear. You can see it going down. You can see it hit the bottom and just sort of like lay there. So Talia just sort of looks at it and then she's like, right, to business. And she kind of walks into this on this ship like she owns the place.
Before she gets too far. By the way, Thalia, the engine on that thing might be salvageable.
All right. Well, you're welcome to go down there and get it. Yeah. And she just turns and walks to what looks like a house, and she goes in. She just like opens the door and walks in, and you guys hear like shouting. You hear Talia, and then you hear a man's voice, and he's like, "What? What did you do? Oh, you know how long it's going to take me to fix that? Now I've got to scratch along the side of my ship, and there's a leak down below because of it, and this, that." You hear him like just, and Talia's just like, "Get over it. It's seen worse. Just patch it up like you always do." She's the calm one. The other voice is quite irritated. As she walks out, and she's followed by this sort of wiry, younger-looking man. Probably looks pretty young, maybe in his early 20s. Sort of crazy hair, dark hair, wearing sort of like overalls, shirt with his sleeves rolled up, work boots, and he's got sort of gadgets and gizmos in his pockets and pencil behind his ear. And Talia goes,
So a different version of Aid.
Yeah, or probably more like Adder, actually. Very similar to Adder, actually. But Talia is like, all right, everybody, this is Aiden. Aiden, everybody. Right. We need, and she just gets to business. She's like, we need to get to the Blag Tide Syndicate, and I know you know how to do that, and I need you to help us. And he just looks at her and says, wait a minute. You go off and disappear for 5 years, then you just come back on my boat and demand for me to take you into the lion's den? I'm sorry, what? And what the hell am I getting out of this? And she like draws her sword and puts it to his throat. And she says, you get to keep your head.
Damn.
She's like, all right. Calm down, as he takes his fingers and touches her blade and kind of pushes it away. He's like, calm yourself, Talia. Good heavens. Where's your sense of humor? What happened to that? You're like, all right, fine. What is it you need? What specifically? You just can't walk into the Blag Tide Syndicate. You're going to have to be basically invited in. And she looks at him and she's like, exactly. And that's your job, to get us invited in.
Oh my God.
And he's like,
Chutzpah.
And he's like, damn it. I told you I was getting out of this racket. I'm here. I'm living my life in this nice little cove. No one messes with me. Well, till today. And she's like, get over it. Yeah. Ooh, I retired, quote unquote. You don't retire from this. You know that. Plus, you owe a lot of money to Iron Hands. And if they would love to know where you are. And he looks at her and goes, is that a threat? And she goes, no, it's a promise. So now, get us invited to the Blag Tide Syndicate. And he's like, fine. Ugh. And he turns and walks away and goes into his little house area there. Okay. So what are you guys doing while that was happening?
I'm impressed.
Gath would say, where's the damage?
She'll go, I don't know. You'll have to talk to Aiden. This is his ship. I don't know where. I don't know. I don't care. We're here for one thing only. So if you want to find that out, go talk to him. Okay. And on track, were you going to say something? It looked like you were trying to say something, but you were muted. So because you're muted, we can't hear you.
That would be the issue. That's why you didn't tell me to shut up before.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Ontrack was probably taking bets on who was gonna stand tall and walk away from that discussion.
Okay. As she finishes with Aiden, she'll look at Douglas and give him a wink, and then keep going about her business.
Yeah, he'll. I don't know what the odds are, but he'll start passing out the winnings to the proper bettors.
Okay.
No wallets were harmed in this production.
All right, A, what about you?
A just kind of keep an eye on the room, make sure no one's going to do anything stupid, patron or us wise.
Okay. I mean, y'all are welcome to explore the place if you want to explore the place. Talia she just literally goes and sits on a barrel, just waiting.
I'll explore.
Okay. And you obviously all can tell that Talia absolutely cares absolutely nothing about this place. She's just like impatiently waiting. Kind of like sharpening her sword edge. So, all right. So, yeah, you can explore. They didn't tell you. I mean, Aiden didn't say you couldn't. So, you can roll intelligence. What were you saying, Gath?
I was going to say Gath would try to catch up to Aiden.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you'll be able to catch up with him. He's just literally just went into his house. He's on a radio, it looks like, trying to get a message through to somebody. So
I'll wait and see what he says on the radio. Is this guy's a stranger? I don't trust him.
okay. Looks like he's sending a coded message. So doesn't seem to be anything nefarious. I say it doesn't seem to be anything nefarious. I mean, it could be. It's in code. I guess you don't really know. So he's sending out this sort of coded message, and then he stops, and he's like, all right. And he gets up and walks past you. And he just says, "Don't touch
And
anything."
it's like, by the way, where's the damage that you sustained?
Below deck. I'm headed there right now to fix it.
Would you like some help?
Sure, not going to turn down that. So he walks out of the house, looks at Talia, and says, "I sent you damn message. Now let's wait and see what happens. Probably going to come here and blow us all out of the water, but hey, whatever." And then she's like, "Just shut up." Ugh, bitch. And just like turns and walks back to the stairs to go down below deck. Ugh, he's so whiny.
Well, you don't know what she's been through recently. So Gap keeps up with him.
Mm-hmm. Ah, such a bitch. My God. Anyway. So here it is, and you can see where the sort of planking has sort of fractured a little bit. And he gets basically wood and nails and the sort of tar and starts to repair it.
Yeah. Gath will help him with that.
Yeah, and this is like old school. This is like wooden sailing ship. I mean, it's like you can see all along the interior hull where he's repairing it, where he's repaired it several times.
Yeah.
But yeah, they seem to hold. All the patches seem to be holding. So yeah, so you guys will do all that. So Katarina, you're wandering around any place you looking specifically, or
Nah, just seeing what there is to see.
okay? Did you roll intelligence?
Oh, was I supposed to?
No, but I didn't know if I told you or not. So go ahead and roll intelligence for me.
Oh, also a 1, level 1.
All right, could be a 6. Oh, it's a
3.
So as you're sort of
Moving on up.
yeah, as soon as you're sort of wandering around, I mean, you know, it's pretty impressive for what it is. It doesn't look all that spectacular, but it is like a small village on a boat. I mean, it literally is like a small floating island.
Very cool.
I mean,
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there should be more than just one person on here, but he's the only one. It looks like because there's like a blacksmith shop. I mean, there's like places for people to like work.
Huh.
It's just him, but it's pretty impressive,
There's a story here.
right? There's like a garden and like fruits and vegetables. There's farm animals. I mean, yeah, it's like almost like a self-sustaining sort of ecosystem. So, so as you'll just continue wandering around, kind of looking. What's A doing?
I'd say at this point, A is kind of exploring the ship as well, though he's not really seeing much of interest since there's nothing really mechanical in here for him to mess with. Since you said it's an old powered like sailed ship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on top, you haven't gone down below yet.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like so far from what you've seen.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's very common.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess A will try and go below deck.
Oh yeah, you can go below deck. There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah, he'll let down, start looking.
Okay. You can roll intelligence. See what you see.
That's a level 3. 7.
Okay. So, I mean, as you kind of go down below decks, it seems very common. Lots of planking and sort of like old school sailing ships. And as you kind of wander around, it looks like there's multiple decks. So it looks like it goes even deeper. You could keep going. Sort of like the first deck you come to, it looks more like it's like storage mostly. If you go down another deck, you'll find a weapons deck. There are cannons. But again, they're primitive cannons. They're sort of like, black powder cannons.
It's like, oh, this thing's such a fucking fossil.
Oh, yeah. So that's just sort of like, God, what a dump. As you are sort of like giving up and going, all right, I'm going back up, you suddenly hear something. You hear this sort of mechanical hum.
Yeah, I'm gonna move toward the hum.
Okay. As you move towards the hum, you'll find a door, sort of that looks like it goes below down to another deck. But this door is made out of metal.
All right, am I able to open it or?
Oh yeah, it's not locked.
Yeah, no, I'll head down.
Okay. So you open this metal door, and there's a set of metal. Looks like a metal spiral staircase that goes down.
Yeah, I'll head down.
As you go down, and as you come around, and the sort of exit of the stairwell opens up in front of you, what you see is what could only be truly described as like a modern engine room. These are Type 4 engines. There are 4 of them. They're not on, but they are pretty impressive.
All right, do I see like any output lines, like where the energy is actually going to?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I want to follow those.
Okay, so as you follow the conduit, there's 4 of these massive engines, and the conduit all goes to the center of this sort of room. And right there in the middle is this massive core.
Okay, can I tell what it's for based on its appearance?
Yeah, you'll know this is power core. This is like, I mean, it's pretty comparable to like the WindRider. I mean, it's not as advanced, but it's pretty powerful for these Type 4 engines are half the size of like the WindRider's engines.
Yeah.
But use almost the exact kind of same power flow, sort of power mix.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go down there and run these engines with like that easily.
Okay.
So, yeah, the whole room is like mechanical and metal and.
All right. Are there any like documents lying about or like computer screens on that I can see what maybe was going on with this equipment?
You can see like manuals. There's like a shelf with like all these sort of manuals on it.
Yeah. Well, no, I meant like more so like, for instance, like what the room was being, like what these engines are being used towards and stuff like that. See if they have any like, reports on that.
They're used for propelling the ship.
Well,
I mean, that's what they're for.
I know, but I'm saying though, like, is there any reports of like when they were last ran, when this thing was moved? I was trying to see if there's anything that shows that these things have been
like
recent.
Logbook, maybe?
Yeah, like a logbook, stuff like that, or even like a navigational log to see where this thing's been the past, like, recent trips.
Yeah, you can look around and see if you can find something. You can roll. You can roll intelligence for me again. See what you see.
That's a 3 still. Okay, so let's see what I get. No surge. Damn, that's a 7 again.
Yeah, 7's good though. Yeah. So as you're sort of looking at, like, there's technical manuals but it does look like there is a engine schedule.
Okay.
On the schedule, it looks like the last time the engines were used were about 3 days ago.
Okay. Nothing showing like where this thing traveled to though, or
no, not in this, because this would just be an engine log.
Okay.
Like just input output type stuff.
I gotcha.
Yeah. You probably have to go to the bridge if you wanted to see like a nav log. But no, this is a pretty impressive engine room.
All right, yeah, no, I'm definitely going to take note of everything I saw down here.
Okay. And you head back up?
Yep.
Okay, cool. By the time you get back up top, Aiden and Gap, you guys will be finished. Douglas, what were you doing?
Ooh, that's a lot. um, so real brief. Talia secured a vessel for us.
Well, yeah, that was what y'all arrived here on.
Okay, and we're on. So we're in this
Yes,
floating island looking thing.
it's called the Serpent Drift.
Okay,
That's
I
the name.
think Antrax, unless he is given orders from a higher up, his natural inclination is to search for rumors in probably some sort of gambling den. So unless people were telling him, hey, you should go acquire bananas because we're going to need a lot of those for the trip, his natural inclination would be to find a gambling den if he could and swap rumors, most of which the ones he will supply will be completely fabricated, but he's looking for basically any kind of inclination of truth in the swill of wrong, in the swill of fiction.
I mean, yeah, you can go and look around. If you want to roll an intelligence check to see if you see anything like this.
Okay. I'm pretty good at that. 8.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of wander around, I mean, you do come across what look like could be gaming areas, but you don't find anybody else on board. Like you're in your roamings, you literally encounter nobody.
Okay. So I see like the signs of this was probably a gambling gathering, but not really people
No,
there.
there's nobody there. I mean, you see like a table and some like dominoes and stuff, what look like dominoes. And,
Okay.
But other than that, there's nothing. I mean, literally, you have not come across a single soul other than Aiden.
I mean, forsaking that kind of quest line, he would probably just look for a place where a lot of seamen or sea people are gathered to swap rumors, see what the vibe is, get a lay of the land for, what's that? There's a skill in D&D that's like, I forget what it is, but you're gathering secrets. But yeah, he's trying to get the breeze. He's trying to get his finger in the wind to figure out what's going on in the bigger world, if he can.
Okay.
And if not, he'll eat some fried chicken and find the crew.
That's fair. I would probably say he's going to need to eat fried chicken and find the crew.
Okay.
Because there doesn't seem to be anyone to give you any of that information.
Fair. That's fine. So, yeah.
So, I mean, if you just go back, you're like eating yourself a piece of fried chicken as you go back up top. And everyone sort of comes back together in one location. Talia is still sitting on the barrel, grousing. Aiden sort of. Go ahead.
Aiden, do you by chance have extra weapons?
Yeah. I've got a few here and there. Yeah, I'll need weapons.
Would you mind? Ours went down with our last We lost our weapons a while ago.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, they're not great, but yeah, you're welcome to them. They're deep down below in the armory, but yeah.
If
So,
I have to do some work on them to make them functional, that's fine.
okay. So Aiden tells Talia, "Look, I sent your message. Now get off my boat." And she's like, "Look here. Until we get an invite, we're not going anywhere." And he just sort of rolls his eyes at her, which she does not take well.
I go, hey, Aiden,
Mm,
you know that place she has, the her outpost?
uh-huh.
That was taken from her by the Blag Tide Syndicate.
Uh, he'll look at her and go, "And you're dragging me into this. I literally have no desire to get back involved with the Black Tide Syndicate. Why are you doing this to me?" And she's like, "Look, we need a way in. You're our way in. So just accept it and get us in. And then I'll be out of your hair forever. You'll never see me again." And he's just like, "Well, I sent your message. We'll see what they say." And she's like, "That's all I ask." So, yeah, at
And
that
then
point, oh, go ahead.
now I'll ask for like general direction where to go to the armory.
He'll go, it's 3 decks down. You can go, and he'll point where you can go down.
All right. Hey, Katerina, I know this is right up your alley. Let's go take a look.
Weapon?
Okay.
Off to the weaponry you go.
hmm
Awesome. Cool. So the two of you go down to the armory. What about Douglas and A? I don't know if A is back yet. But
Are
where you,
we're on the ship?
yeah, you're on the upper deck where Talia was sitting. And it's still sitting actually.
I mean, I don't know. I think Antrak would be just triple checking every nook and cranny to make sure everything was top notch. I don't know if he'd really be specifically interested in one area of the ship or another. He's just kind of doing his own kind of making sure every knot is tied, every little jib is
I love
in
it.
its place. I mean, Antrak's seafaring knowledge is questionable, but as much of it as he has to apply, he is making sure that this ship is not going to blow up when they take off.
That's fair. I love it. He's doing all the busy work.
Yeah. He doesn't really know what to do. He's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna double check everything because the last couple of experiences we have not been great. So
Okay. What about A? Are you back? Kel, are you there? If not, that's cool. So yeah, so not Ontur, sorry, Gath and Katarina, you guys go down to check out the armory. Douglas, you are just sort of milling about, busy work. Talia's sitting on the barrel, and just grousing at Aiden the whole time. He's just standing there like with his arms crossed, like, God, could this just be over with? And he's just like, ugh. And he just looks at her and goes, I don't think you know what you're doing, do you? She's like, I know exactly what I'm doing. Are you questioning my methods? And she's like, always. I always question your methods because your methods almost always get us almost killed. Don't you remember? Don't you? I'm sure you do. You remember all those times that we were out and about doing the good work of the original pirate band. And oh, how many times did I almost die because of your ideas? Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's like, but you didn't die, did you? You're still here, giving me lip. Yeah, because that's what I'm here for, I guess. And he goes and sits on a crate and just stares at her. And they just stare at each other the whole time. So, Entourage, I'm gonna have you roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Pretty good at those.
And just sort of meandering about the ship.
6.
6. Excellent. So as you're sort of milling about, just kind of tying knots and straightening barrels and crates and making sure everything's exactly as it is. You're on that far side of the ship, kind of, looking at everything, kind of, making everything look ship shape.
I am the very model of a modern major general.
Absolutely. And as you are being the very model of a modern major general, as you know, you look up and the sky is so blue and beautiful. This water is crystal clear. It's like a beautiful little area. Just marveling at the gorgeousness of this little inlet cove. As you're marveling in its glory and beauty, suddenly you see a large ship entering the mouth of this beautiful little area.
Is it our friendly friends who are coming to say hi? And they're going to knock on our door and ask us how we feel about signing up for a. That's
they're coming to ask you. Do you know about our Lord?
Our HVAC?
As this,
do you know about our Lord and Savior, the Halfling Wizard?
Exactly. As this large, extremely large galleon of a ship sails into the mouth of this cove, flying the Blag Tide Syndicate flag. You know there's absolutely no way you're going to get away from whatever the hell this is. As he sits there with his mouth agape, thinking, God, I should have stayed there and been Kushkata. I could have had a cushy life. But now, who knows what's going to happen as we end for the night.
Well, Cal, you missed it.
Nature called, okay?
That's fair. It's all good. Yeah, so...
The Black Tide found us. Let's just say that.
The Black Tide.
I was going to say, it sounded like Honorak fucked some shit up, so it's going to be like, what's new? When I walk back to hearing, oh, I should have stayed here as Kuskata, what else am I supposed to infer from that statement alone, okay?
That was
my reputation precedes me.
Exactly. All right, so that's where we're going to end tonight's session. So we're going to go around, let everybody kind of introduce themselves again, who they are, who they played, and where you can find them. And the question for tonight will be, what does everybody think is going on? What does everyone think has happened to the captain at this point, with the knowledge that you know? that you've been told by Talia and the others. So let's go. We're going to go in reverse order. Or actually, I'm going to go crisscross applesauce. And we're going to start with MC Henry or Entourage.
Yeah. Either one works. If you're following me on Instagram, you're probably doing something wrong because I'm not there. But you can find me on a number of different projects. I just got kind of a big bunch of things that I'm doing in June, which is kind of cool. I did a charity one shot with crap. I should have written these down. I did a charity one shot to raise money for trans life. I did some work with a podcast called Cybertopia, which is a homebrew system run by the person who created it. That was pretty fun. I have finished recording season 1 of Monster of the Week with Station Zero, and I will be here in 2 weeks as Entourage. I will be here in a week from Wednesday hosting Monster of the Week in Ill-Advised Adventures in Illvania. And aside from that, you can find me probably playing skee ball somewhere, trying to hit those hundreds.
Fair enough. All right.
Or just clowning around.
That's true.
Possible.
All right. Crisscross to.
Well, you'll be playing skee ball while dressed in his clown outfit.
The never two shall cross.
All right, let's go to Katarina.
Hey, I'm Lisa. Winterwolf Relay in chat, D&D Winterwolf on Discord. I played Katarina Zephyrian. You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel, WindRiders, and then alternating Mondays on Orlea Origins, where I play Willow, an Eladrin druid who is currently being carried away in the talons of some mythic cat dragon. Maybe to die, maybe not. I don't know.
Not my fault.
No, it was. I made a deal a while ago. Every other Friday, you can find me on Celtic Wyvern King's channel for his Stargate campaign, which may or may not be playing this Friday. We haven't. No? Okay. I guess.
4th of July.
No, I just found out a little earlier today. I'm getting Shanghai into my parents' place, 4th of July.
Okay. So then we'll be back on the 18th for the next Stargate. I'm doing various, mostly working, sometimes a little theater project, but mostly working.
Okay. And did you answer the question? I'm sorry.
What was the question? Oh, what I think happened to the captain.
Yes.
Well, it said they took him, so I'm holding out hope that he's alive somewhere.
That's good.
And he always kind of bounces back and lands on his feet, so I'm hopeful that maybe he's commanding this ship that's coming into port right now.
Right. Oh, yeah. Or at least, lands on at least one good leg anyway.
Yeah.
I guess we don't know. We'll have to see what happened to him. All right. Let's go to Slayer next.
Hi, everybody. I am Old Worm Slayer, and I was playing Gath Alfredi tonight. You can find me here a week from Wednesday in MC Henry's Monster of the Week, where I will be playing Luca, the androgynous divine. And then the following Thursday, if we're lucky, with Cal playing Reign of Vecna with our missing captain. And then 2 weeks from today, here, when we find out that we're screwed because Sylvania isn't present.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, hey.
And to answer the question,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did. That's my bad. Go ahead.
Gath is thinking, I hope he's alive, but I'm going to assume he's dead and I'm going to kill people.
Okay. That makes sense. Fair enough. All right. Hey.
Hey, y'all, I am Cal, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King, playing A, the Chief Engineer of the WindRider. You can find me here every Monday for either WindRiders of Aria or Orlea Origins by Kieran, the ASMR lore bard. You can find me on my own channel every other Wednesday. It would normally be this Wednesday, but much like how my parents shanghaied me into going to their place for 4th of July, that's because they actually got tickets for us to go see the new Jurassic Park movie. So it's like, okay, you're paying for a movie ticket. I might as well come hang out for a bit.
That's fair.
So normally you'd find us for that.
I see we're re-rate.
Hey, I also don't hang out with them as often. I hang out with y'all more than I do my own family.
That's true.
Anyway.
And we don't give you movie tickets. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah. Every other Thursday, though, you can find back here for Reign of Vecna, where I play Meek, the Reborn Goliath, Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast. And then every other Friday, you can find me back on my channel for my Stargate 5e campaign, where the team finally got to go on a mission again, only to turn tail and run.
Oh, I haven't watched this episode yet. I need to watch it.
Excuse me. We accomplished our mission. Giant predator spiders. No defenses to work against them. Not an appropriate spot for another site. I did my job and got everyone back alive.
I don't know. Vigo Shotgun did some work.
Funny.
Anyway, I got to tease you on that part, Lisa. And you can just find me on my own channel, playing whatever the hell I feel like. There's one day I was just playing Doom. Another day I might be playing Jurassic World Evolution 2, especially get ready for Jurassic World Evolution 3 coming up because Baby Dinosaurs in the new one. I am so happy about that. Which, because I got made, this made me feel different things last night during stream on that part. Because of the Jurassic Park franchise, no one has asked you what your favorite dinosaur has been for probably the past 30 years.
Well, that's fair.
I hated that statement, but it's fucking accurate. So I had to hear it.
That is true. Funny thing about that, actually, I did ask my theater appreciation class this past spring what their favorite dinosaur is.
Nice. And other than that, once I actually find time to write up some one-shots, I do one-shots here to help fill in the schedule. I just need to actually write one-shots up so I can let Will know, hey, I have some ready.
Yeah.
This work has been busy with new launches.
That's cool. Hey, that's cool. It's all good. It's all good, my man.
Oh, I know.
So, all right. And did you tell us what you thought? What's going on with the captain?
So A's pretty sure the captain's not dead. Is whether he's going to be in his right mind or not. Because as far as A is concerned, it'd be smarter to keep the captain alive, but brainwash him.
That's fair. That makes a lot of sense too. So thanks for that idea. I'm just kidding.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. Of course, I am Will, the Halfling Wizard. I'm excited to have you all here with us. A couple of things before we head out for the evening. One, why don't you can become a member of our Patreon. We have a Patreon account. You can join us and get a lot of cool homebrew stuff there. Most of the homebrew stuff that we use in our campaigns ends up there. Some, weapons, subclasses, you name it, gods, several. Subscribe to all of our socials, like our YouTube. Follow us here on Twitch, and just if you anywhere you find us on the socials, give us a follow. Check us out on YouTube. You can check out past episodes of WindRiders of Aria. If you like what you see and want to get caught up, they're all there. Along with the rest of our shows that we show here. The episodes are there. You can find it on YouTube. Check out our partners at Surge, the platform that we use for this campaign is through our partners at warptree.com. You can go to www.warptree.com/games/surge, and you can find their core rules in a PDF format that you can download and check out. And I know that they're about to update that to a new edition, so be on the lookout for that. You can check out our merch store, as you saw earlier. We've got merch. This is the mugs. I know I have one. Lisa has one, and Henry has one. The Blag Tide Syndicate, and we have several. Like Henry has the Rudy Tooty point and shooty one as well, and I've got the to-do list one for Origins, and I just ordered our veteran. Oh, there it is, right there. He's holding it right there. I just ordered our veterans mug to support our veterans. So, we're last day of Pride. I know Pride technically is about to be over for me anyway. It's over for the folks on the East Coast, but we do have a Pride collection on our merch store. Please go check it out. Any purchases that you do on the merch store, all those proceeds go back into our channel. The only ones that our veterans collection, if you purchase anything from our veterans collection, all of that will go to our charity, which is the Freedom Service Dogs of America, which we are currently trying to raise $500 for. We're at $375, and we're going to keep running this charity until we get to 500 because they're a worthy charity. They're amazing people. They team veterans who are suffering from mental and physical disabilities with service dogs. They're incredible. So if you feel like giving, please do. Any amount helps. Like I said, we're trying to get to 500, and we're going to keep doing this until we get there. So that's all of that. We are going to do a giveaway. I swear to God, we're going to do one. We really are. I have everything in place now. I'm going to get the rules and all that set up for our next time. But we will do that. And I think that's everything from us tonight. So check back with this on Wednesday, right? Is that what it is? This Wednesday, Henry?
It would be a week from Wednesday.
Okay, cool. So is Vecna this week? I always get them mixed up.
Vecna was last week, but Riku still had IRL stuff going.
That's right. All right, cool. So just check back with us. It's with Liminal on hiatus, everything's kind of thrown off a little bit, but that's okay. Just check back with us, check with our schedule, and you'll see us where we are. We always throw up, announcements in our Discord. Join our Discord, and you can find out all kinds of stuff. So, but until then, everybody, thanks for joining us. We love you all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. See y'all on the other side.
Tiny robes he's wearing so fine, in the tavern sipping on wine, knows the secrets of the old halfling wizard never told. Mystic wand and a pointed hat, talks to people about this and that, sneaky tricks and a wink in his eye. Halfling wizard makes the hours fly. Oh, halfling wizard in the night, casting spells to the moonlight. He can talk and he can know, in his world the magic grows. Down the road in evening light, he'll engage you, that's his delight. Readers of the stars he seeks, in a crowd he's sure to speak.